Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to VGU Talks, and let's talk games. What game? Deception 4, The Nightmare Princess, to be more precise. But I'm going to be talking about why you should try out Deception 4, and why you should be looking forward to Deception 4, The Nightmare Princess, coming out in Europe July 17th. Of this year for PS4, PS3 and PS Vita. Especially looking forward to how the PS4 version holds out here. It's gonna be good. So what is the game about? The game is revolved around Legrina, a deceitful fragment of a devil's soul who has to choose between sadistic torment, elaborate death or humiliating demise to defeat her foes through the act of trickery. In this new installment, players not only relive Legrina's entire pursuit to free her father, the devil, from his eternal prison, but we also get introduced to an entirely new, wickedly sadistic and infernal mischievous character known as Valkyrie. Now this character's story is covered with a shroud of mystery, and the player will have to solve the 100 quests in the brand new quest mode to find out who she really is and what she's all about. The only certainty is that Valkyrie is an incredibly dangerous creature that takes extreme pleasure in setting up intricately complex combinations of traps to lure her victims to their untimely, yet in her eyes wildly entertaining, death. Now, before I go in deep about why I'm really looking forward to The Nightmare Princess, Deception 4 on its own as the base title was very good. It was a different kind of gameplay where instead of you actively going out of your way and making these traps work as a one-man unit, you're playing as a character that has control over all sorts of these different traps. As I said earlier, you have control over sadistic torment traps, elaborate death traps, and humiliating demise traps. Some of my favourite ones are the humiliating traps, especially since they can do some quite weird and wacky things to the enemies that come in and trying to stop you. It's one of those games where you might be put off by the art style. The art style is incredibly Japanese, and it goes without saying that a lot of people out there may be put off simply by the art style alone. The other factoid that may come into play here is that the original version did not have English dub. It only had English subtitles, which wasn't a bad thing by any means. I'm used to reading text, and when it came to this game, it was still entertaining. And listening to the Japanese voices going was just absolutely hilarious and made my gaming experience a little bit more fun. So that was Deception 4, and if you do have your hands on it, or if you're looking to get your hands on it, I recommend you do, to get yourself ready for The Nightmare Princess. Now, I'm especially looking forward to what The Nightmare Princess is enabling us to do on the PS4 now that it's coming over, because the PS3 and PS Vita ports were very good, and I really enjoyed those. And the PS4 version is going to add a lot more to the table as to how many traps you're going to have on screen at once. Beautiful it's going to be looking with the art style as it is. It's going to be good, and I'm seriously looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. The other thing to keep in mind as well is that in this game there's going to be more than 180 traps that we can use to choose from and create the funniest, darkest and most elaborate combos to defeat the adversaries. And this is the funnest part of the game, the fact that it's not just a matter of, oh, you use one trap and they're done. You have to use a mix of all sorts of different traps ranging from all three of the variants in order to get the best combo out there against certain opponents. Heck, there are certain enemies out there that you can't even damage until you get rid of their armor that's on them, and you can get rid of this armor entirely by dealing enough damage via these combos. And the reactions on those characters after you've absolutely humiliated them or smacked them across the face is utterly great. It's something you really need to behold and something you really need to get behind. So ladies and gentlemen, with that said, I'm looking forward to Deception 4 The Nightmare Princess. Again, it's coming out on July 17th, 2015, and I'm super hyped for it, and I hope to get the PS4 copy. It's going to be good. But what are your thoughts on this game? Are you interested in what The Nightmare Princess is really going to bring to the table with its new content? Or were you put off by Deception 4 and are you not sure about dipping into that world again? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time for another edition of VGU Talks.